news.
All right, starting you off this evening with some breaking news. We're following a house fire in Columbia County, and it's where the plane came to its final stop. You can see this green fence over here completely knocked down, lots of debris on the ground, and this white overhang structure completely dented from where the plane hit it. Right now, the line, you're not seeing much, maybe a few people trying to trickle in for that last-minute vote, but lines really were steady all day. And actually this morning, while it was raining, election officials allowed people to wait inside. And though we do want to remind you, the CDC recommends you still take precautions even after you do get your vaccine. The shots are very effective from keeping you from getting sick, but it's not quite clear if you can still give the virus to someone else. Definitely several inches of flooding and water here, but it has receded a little bit since yesterday. I'm going to take you over here to give you some perspective. Look at this water fountain. You can kind of see the water line from where the water was at its highest. I'm here at the Grand Hyatt in Buckhead. This is the official Georgia GOP watch party, and in just a few short hours, Senator Kelly Loeffler will be on the stage behind me. You're seeing it says hold the line. If you want to help out, you can go to that website you see there at the bottom of your screen. It's fotisaiken.org. That's where I got Kirby, my cat.
I was going to say, if you want to get a little friend for Kirby,
you always want me to get a new friend for Kirby.
I feel like Kirby needs a friend sometimes.
I'm his friend.
That's true. That's true.
And you think about politics, you don't always associate that with music and dancing, but there was definitely a lot of that out here just a few hours ago. Very high energy tonight, just over a week before Trump's Senate impeachment trial is set to begin. 5 of his defense team attorneys are stepping aside. Here's how it works. All you have to do is text the word freeload to 555-888. Then you just tell them where you want to be picked up from, and they promise they'll get to you within 8 minutes or less. Right, and what a wonderful way to bring in our new station for the first time in what feels like forever. Sunshine.
It's like the weather new.
New today, the Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office saying they've charged a teenager with attempted murder. Right place, right time. And she says anyone can save a life if you have the knowledge. Courses like CPR, first aid, and stop the bleed are a great place to start. Got my yams, even though I probably won't be eating those because I only like the marshmallow part that you put on top. But back to what you guys probably care about is the crowds that are here right now. 12 Aiken County students vying for the chance to head to Washington, D.C. for the Scripps National Spelling Bee. All they have to study, this list of words. That's coming up tonight on NEWS 12 at 6 o'clock. Some of the neighbors have even put up no parking signs or these orange cones, but even that doesn't appear to work. You've heard it time and time again.
Today, start working on not touching your face.
But it's easier said than done.
It's just a natural thing, and if I say don't touch your face, the first thing you want to do is touch your face.
A 2015 study done on students at the University of New South Wales found people touched their faces an average of 23 times an hour. That's about 600 times per day. Meaning by the time this report is over, you'll probably have touched your face at least once.
When we shake hands, now I touch my face, and now I have the virus and can get infected that way.
We conducted a little study of our own. Our findings showed no one is immune. The camera caught me touching my face while trying to catch my coworkers touching their faces. Studies show we start touching our face subconsciously before we're even born. So if we can't change our face-touching behaviors, maybe we can keep ourselves safe in other ways. It's why health officials are pushing a new mantra.
Keep calm and wash your hands.
And why Augusta University says they'll be practicing a new way of greeting each other.
We're kind of standardizing on the fist bump rather than the handshake.
My chest would just be hurting, praying the whole time that she would be found safe.
For 6 weeks, it was torture for the Odom family, not knowing where the oldest of 3 sisters was.
I feel like that the police was doing everything they could do to try to find Tiffany.
But those 6 weeks in a field in Jackson, South Carolina, makes solving this case even more challenging.
Her body was out there for so long, and the person that did the autopsy said they didn't have much to work with.
We still don't know how Tiffany died, and investigators have not charged anyone with murder. But her family believes there's more to this story.
I hope everything will come out I pray to God that justice is going to be served.
Tiffany's long-term boyfriend and father to her 2-year-old child is charged with concealing her body. The 50-year-old is also charged for allegedly taking Tiffany's phone and using it to text himself in order to, quote, deceive authorities. Tiffany's mom says she received this text message from Harry on April 18th, a message saying Tiffany had texted him. But April 18th would have been 2 weeks after Tiffany reportedly died.
He was texting himself from her phone, and then he was forwarding the text.
For the Odoms, every answer seems to just raise more questions.
She went through so much the past couple of years.
But they say they find comfort in knowing Tiffany is at peace.
She didn't belong on this earth. She was suffering.
Days for Rusty Bonham
Get up, eat breakfast, try to take about 10 steps on the walker.
look a lot different now.
Making music and going on golf cart rides, having a good time. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. And I've been through a lot.
Rusty spent a month in the hospital, most of it in the ICU, fighting for his life.
I died. I died in the hospital. So I'm very lucky to be alive.
In some ways, his wife says being there was easier.
Hey, baby. He was sedated a lot of the time he was in the hospital. He wasn't having to feel the pain. He wasn't having to go through all of those problems. At home, he is. He feels every little thing that happens.
Now Sarah Bonham isn't just wife. She's full-time caretaker, therapist, nurse.
We take his pulse ox constantly, medicines constantly, insulins constantly, therapy constantly. Just trying to get him better, trying to get him stronger.
There's a long road ahead, and it will be a while before Rusty is back on the drums.
This isn't recovery from a hip replacement. This isn't recovery from a broken leg.
But a positive attitude
Yeah, babe.
makes all the difference.
We'll get him back there. We'll get him back behind that kit. Right.